It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Hey, y'all. Sorry, I was eating trail mix before I came on here. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Why it look like that? Is it just over here? I feel like, hold on. Do I need to wipe the camera? Can you see me? Hello, how y'all doing? Happy Monday. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I'm your girl, Voodoo Doll TV. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. We got a few things to discuss, honey. Yes, sorry I'm a little late. I just flew in this morning from New Orleans. Y'all know I had to go to New Orleans for the weekend, but I am here and so happy to be here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up. Hold on. For y'all who don't know, I was in New Orleans. We had a family gathering, a family function this weekend. My family hadn't gotten together in years, since I was a little bitty girl. I ain't gonna say since I was a little bitty girl, but definitely for years. And successfully this weekend, between my two uncles and my auntie, we was able to get almost everybody in the family together for a barbecue. So that was huge for us. I had an amazing time. Shout out to everybody who pulled up, all my family. I love everybody. It was a wonderful time. I think that we should get back to family gatherings. I know the internet pushes to us often to separate. They tell us to separate if we don't believe in the same politics. They tell us to separate if we don't believe in the same religion. They always trying to get us to separate from the people that matter. So I decided, well, I ain't gonna lie. My grandmother came to me in a dream. My great grandmother came to me in a dream and told me to get it together. And I did. And with her help and the help of the rest of the ancestors, it was amazing. And I really implore for all of y'all to get together with y'all family, even the ones y'all don't like, just for the people to know who they is. Brent Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. Says I'm turning 32 tomorrow, y'all. Well, happy early birthday, Brent Lee. Happy early birthday, Brent Lee. You know, I'm still waiting on them grocery stores, the chain of stores, whatever it is you're going to open. I know it's going to be great. So shout out to Brent Lee and happy early birthday. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, y'all try to get back with y'all families. Now, y'all ain't got to be best friends with everybody, but you could at least have some sort of relationship. I employ that for everybody. But anyways, we got a few things to discuss today. But before we get into that, y'all already know, I'm sorry, my leg is itching. I don't know why. But before we get into that, first and foremost, I need you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. And also hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload and or go live. I go live more than I upload over here, but we're going to fix that, okay? But anyways, hit the notification bell. Also, shout out to Replay Gang. Shout out to y'all. Can't wait to see y'all down in the comments. Also, morning announcements, Black America, ground, meditate, and pray. Ground, meditate, and pray. I cannot stress that more than enough. Y'all, please, it is time. We are in a heavy, deep spiritual warfare, so it is very important and imperative that you guys get the grounding and meditating and praying, okay? We got to get back in touch with the Most High. We got to get back in touch with Source, the ancestors, the angels, whatever you believe in, we got to get back to it because we getting swallowed up. We definitely getting swallowed up. So please, the only way to survive is for you to touch bases with the Most High. So please do that. Also, genealogy, Black America. And we're going to get into a few things why genealogy is important. We got a topic today about reparations. Y'all could keep going to these politicians till you are blue in the face. Until you do your genealogy, y'all are running in circles. I'm going to say it one more time. And shout out to the brothers and sisters who out there on the front line that's fighting. I love y'all, but I want to help y'all. Y'all could go run down to these politicians till you are blue, pink, and purple in the face. You're not going to get it that way. You're just not. And I don't want to be negative. I'm just being real. You have to do your genealogy per family and find the things that was taken from you. I'm telling you, it is not going to be, and if it is one big blanket cover, okay, we're going to cut a check. I promise you it's not going to be what you think it is. It is not going to be what you deserve, and it's not going to be who you think or what you think it is. The only way for you to get those reparations, y'all, is through genealogy. And we're going to discuss reparations today. But before we get into it, I need y'all to start your genealogy. All it is a family tree to see who all people came before you so that you can go back in history and get the things that belong to you. What's going on, Desmond? You listen, I'm serious. Y'all keep running behind these politicians, threatening them people with this vote about some reparations. Them people know the game. Them people know the game. So please do your genealogy, Black America. Now that we got that over, let's get into why we're here. One of the topics we're going to talk about is reparations. Shout out to Black Alpha, the brother who's been on the front line with this politics stuff for a while. And he does have a channel on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube. He might have one on those platforms too, but I have seen him on YouTube. Black Alpha Network actually ran into a politician and was asking them about reparations. And the man at first tried to beat around the bush until he basically walked off like it wasn't going to happen. I want to help my people to stop running down this rabbit hole playing with these politicians, the cracker ones and the nigger ones. I really want y'all to stop doing that because you're wasting your energy and your time. All you got to do is do the genealogy. But we're going to get into it to the brother who was out there putting his feet to the pavement, as we should. So we're going to get into that. We also got to get into who's got the oldest DNA. Now, they'll tell you, they'll say that it's an African. Somehow, the oldest DNA ties back to somebody in South Carolina, a Black American man. And we already knew it was a Black American woman, which is why they did all of that experimentation, on Henrietta Lacks. See, we knew it. We just didn't know that we knew it. Does that make sense? So we're going to get into the DNA. Then we got to get into NAACP panelists who wanted to advocate for Black and Brown coalition. And I've seen a few people on the panelists, or at least one for sure, who used to be on that Black and Brown coalition. Maybe they changed their mind. But either way, this person ended up getting booed because we're not doing that no more. And shout out to the audience and the people who were there for automatically stepping in when they should, because we don't do that. We're going to get into that. Then we got to get into some other crap. Boosie is wanted for popping somebody upside the head with a hookah. Latto had a prepartum. Latto, before she had the baby, which would have been prepartum, said she had a postpartum slip that made her say she wasn't gonna have no more, get out in the booth no more. We'll get into that. And then Diddy have a tape and 50 is still responding. I thought 50 disappeared, but he's here. We'll get into that and a few other things, y'all. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. What somebody said? Oh, Ramon Moses predates Albert Perry, also FBA. He's alive and well on TikTok. What? I have to check that out. Thank you, A. Jones. But we're going to get into it. Y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. Let's get a couple of honorable mentions out the way. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure y'all pull up later on for Malone Madness Monday. I seen Junior. Ila-bi-do-bi-da Illuminati. Can't you tell he needs love? So we got to get Junior, that girl put this baby up in a little bouncy thing, talking about we've been doing this. Listen, the amount of work this girl putting in to making sure this baby don't get help makes me know that she doing some real evil, sinister stuff behind the scenes. So make sure y'all pull up later on when we talk about Malone Madness Monday. We got to Joce there. We got to Joce what's going on. We got to get it off. You feel what I'm saying? But at any rate, y'all come on in. Let's get the first honorable mention off. First of all, I want to start here. Let's start here first, Because I know I was doing work with a family, but I kept an ear and an eye to the streets. And when I seen what I had seen, I said, I know you lying. What you mean? No? Here we go. First and foremost, when I seen this, I said, wait a minute, hold up. Somebody stop the press. This nigga Jigga done went from a bald fade damn near to dreads to wicks. Now he done miraculously combed out the wicks and now he got a bush. This the fakest nigga walking on earth. Do you hear me? This shape-shifting ass nigga y'all love, Jay-Z, with his shape-shifting ass wife y'all love, Beyonce. Y'all gonna start learning when people playing in y'all face. Now this nigga done hopped out the bed and into the booth. We ain't seen this nigga on a mic in 30 years. Now all of a sudden here he come with a new look and a new attitude and a freestyle. And the internet poster go crazy. Y'all don't know people playing in y'all face when they playing in y'all face. I don't understand it. This nigga came out saying, I thought I told you cats I'm not a rapper. And every time we see this nigga, he reinventing himself. Well, that nigga, what are you? If you ain't no rapper, what are you? See, and I don't want to hear, but video. He's a businessman. This nigga is full of shit. He's a plant is what he is. He came out in the 90s. 96 wasn't when was Reasonable Doubt. Whatever Reasonable Doubt dropped. That was the beginning of the plants, and he was one of the early ones. Yes, he is. That's why he rapping in syllables now, like that boy Drake. I done woke up off the Kool-Aid. I used to think Jay-Z was that nigga. Turns out Jay-Z ain't worth 2 nickels rubbed together on concrete. And I wish somebody would have took a big old giant-sized pick and popped him in the back of the head with that shit. I'm not buying the whole new ludicrous look. I'm not buying the move, bitch, get out the way. I'm not buying it. I don't know why this nigga done woke this nigga up and told him to spit a high 16. But he spit the high 16 and I seen the internet going crazy. They say he rapped about Nicki Minaj and then they say he rapped about her child. And I'm here for it. But if we get to talking about churn, hello. See, that's what I'm saying. But then I'll be wrong if I come on here. You see what I'm saying? Girl. See what I'm just these are the things that I was thinking when I saw it pop up. Cause I said, we gonna get into what he said about Nicki LaBoy. And I'm here for it. Hey, if that's what we gonna do, that's what we gonna do. But what I'm saying is, if I was to respond as if I was Nicki's or the LaBoy mama on behalf of the LaBoy and say something about blue, yellow, and green, then I'ma be wrong. You see what then it's gonna be, oh, you over there talking down on a child and whoop and wham de wham. Girl, y'all is fake. Because we all know yellow and green is the vending machine babies. I believe blue is a vending machine baby too. See, we ain't gonna go there. I believe blue is a vending machine baby. And I believe yellow and green are vending machine babies. And they done all malfunctioned if you ask me. Said what I said. All of these vending machine churn is malfunctioning. Left and right and left, up and down. There's something wrong with every last one of them. So you're not about to get on here and tell me. You see what I'm saying? You're not about to get on here and tell me that one got the leeway to say anything about the other. I'm just, child. Let's listen to the freestyle. I ain't even heard it. I ain't gonna lie. I never even listened to the freestyle. I never listened to it. But we gonna listen to it together. Why not? You know?
Concept magically run out of place. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
This nigga want to be a West Coast thug so bad. Jay-Z fake as fuck, bro. Jay-Z don't have, he's a chameleon, but not in a good way. This nigga want to be Ludacris from the West Side so bad, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't give a damn. Somebody wrote in there talking about his lyrics ain't for the YNs. It ain't for the old ends neither. Cause nigga, what? Nigga, what? See, y'all know the veil is lifted. This nigga ain't never had his own style, even when he was in the Hawaiian shirts. He ain't never had his own style. Him and his colonizing ass, witch ass wife ain't nothing but some colonizers, but you can't tell because they black looking. That's all. They some colonizing black looking fools. And people can't see it because they skin color. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. This big. This huge. Nigga trash. Said what I said, and I'm not buying none of it. It's all a whole big facade. Them niggas probably broke, and them crackers probably done tapped them on their shoulder and said, get y'all ugly ass out here. Now, you didn't have Beyonce out here working a 9 to 5 with the Proud Mary keep on rolling and burning. That bitch done burnt out. Beyonce damn near about to malfunction like a goddamn, like a robot. So I guess he had to come out. He done combed out them fake ass wigs and put a wig on, and y'all buying it. I don't like it. I don't like nothing the nigga said neither. And he think he's spit.
You had to catch Cal and funk it. Was you who pumped his? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I spill on you suckers, I maul you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. You ever heard of a wonder kid? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin. As unharmed player. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. And Chatty Patty down on his luck again. Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Jag caught a stray. Y'all heard bald head Jaggler caught a stray? Bald head Jaggler, where you at, girl? Bald head Jaggler caught a stray. He said somebody he shouldn't mess with him because they introduced him to Jag. I don't blame him. You know, she came over here and cussed me out and cursed me. Yes, she did. That hoe was over here speaking in tongues, cursing me down. Yes, she did. So I don't blame Jay-Z. I'm on Jay-Z's side with that one. I wouldn't want... I'm on Jay-Z's side because that bald head hoe came over here and cursed me down, baby. Yes, she did. I'm on Jay-Z's side just on that part. Yeah.
You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal.
This shit trash. Hurry up.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again.
So that's what he said about Nicki. He said, I guess, making fun of her being MAGA. And then he was like, I got the little other clip, but basically he said, her kid can't. And I think what he was trying to say is the baby daddy can't pick up the kid. I think that's what he was trying to say. We gonna replay it.
Get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man.
That nigga trash. That nigga trash, man. Hey, hindsight is 2020. That nigga trash. Let's go back to what he said about Nicki. I think he was referring to her baby father not being able to pick up the kid. Let's see.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. Okay.
That rapper back on that stuff. I think I had enough of them. The kid, I don't know what he was going with it. The point is this. So what, Jay-Z? So what with your ugly ass? So what? Nigga, ain't nobody asked you for this high 16 with that soft ass poetry. We don't want to hear all that ugly ass shit. I'm sorry. It just didn't do to me what it did to y'all. I'm sorry. And can you even comb out wigs? Who from Florida? Drop down in the comments. Can you comb them hoes out? Because I thought once you put them in, it's a wrap. I didn't know you could comb out locks and wigs and all of that. I don't trust nothing the nigga got to say. And let me just say this. While he was over there talking about that little girl or that little boy or whoever churned, them three he got over there, he might want to check on them. You might want to check on them. Yeah, I'm just saying he might want to, and somebody said you can come out wigs. You can comb out wigs. I ain't know you could do that. Nigga said Jay sounded like Papoose. You know what's crazy? And Papoose had just responded. Papoose probably wrote his lyrics for him. Papoose probably wrote it for him. Who said that? Look, somebody said Jay-Z sounded like Papoose. Papoose literally just responded. Now you got me thinking Pap the one wrote it. You know, he writes for Remy and all of that. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't surprise me. Let me see if I can find Pap and what Pap had to say. Pap been ghostwriting for a lot of niggas in the industry. It wouldn't surprise me. Let me get Pap up here. Papoose. How you even spell that nigga name? Jay-Z. Yeah, I saw Papoose had said something. I said, now what are he talking about? Now that you said that he sound like it. Thank you for the super chat anyway. But now that you said he sound like it, now it make all the sense in the world. Let me find out Pap been writing more in the booth. You see what I'm saying? See these niggas here. You feel what I'm saying? These niggas, they play all kind of games in front of you. And let me say this. Jay-Z's history. I met Jay-Z at Reasonable Doubt in the 90s, bitch. Yes, I did. My baby father had introduced me to Jay-Z in the 90s, baby. And let me tell you something, what I learned about Jay-Z. All he did was recirculate and recycle people lyrics. Yes, he did. Everything Biggie said, he'll chop that shit up and put it in different words and add little ad-libs on it. And all he was doing was recycling other people's words. That's all he was doing. And this is the worst part, because he had a flow. And let me say this too. The only reason why it worked was because Biggie was dead. The only reason why it worked was because Biggie was dead. Listen, fake cannot exist in front of real. That's why I told you. I don't know if I told y'all this before. I believe Jay-Z had something to do with that sacrifice with Biggie too, because they needed to get him out of the way so that we can recognize the Jay-Z of it all. Does that make sense? But he had to get Biggie out of the way, and then he was able to come up with this fake stuff, recirculating and regurgitating all them people's stuff. Look what Papoose said. If that Jay-Z don't get you high last night, brace yourself. It creeps on you. He laced the blunt, a lot of hitting shots. That nigga went bad. Wow. # Brooklyn. Pap wrote it. I don't give a damn what Papoose around there saying. Pap putting too much on this freestyle, and that shit was mid at best. Pap wrote it. Said what I said. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Pap, you've been around here writing for everybody. Now you done came out here and put your stuff on business. Put your business on Front Street. Now we know you wrote it, nigga. Now that I think about it, it sounds just like you. I know you wrote it, Pap. That's how Pap keep his head above water. See, the people don't want to understand that part. See, the people don't want to admit to that part. Pap has been able to survive because behind the scenes, he been writing for y'all faves. He been writing for y'all faves. That's why Pap, Pap don't have to go to work. He don't have to clock in. His job is under the table. Does that make sense? Yeah, Pap, you definitely wrote that shit, and it was trash. Mid. You wrote better for Sheetha. I ain't even gonna hold you, Pap. That wasn't your best. It wasn't. Daisha, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Says, hey, Boo baby. Hey, beautiful. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you all are doing well. Happy Monday. And thank you so much, Daisha, for the super chat. I'm sorry for being a member for 13 months. Thank you for your love and support. And your loyalty. Thank you, my love. Heaven Sent, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. Says, miss you, girl. Let's Joce. And we in this building and we bike. And I miss you too. Thank you so much, Heaven Sent. We Joce now, baby. Oh, yeah, we back. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are back. Y'all get the likes up from the video. G from the Bay 9234. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says from Basquiat to Bone. Don't he look like a fake ass Bone Thugs and Harmony? That's what it was. Ain't the Bone Thugs and Harmony people from the West Coast? Well, ain't Cleveland on the west side of America? Hold on. I don't know much about geography and all of that. Is Cleveland on the west side of America? Well, did they say Southern Shore? Well, it's somebody drop down in the comments. No, it's the Midwest. It's close enough. It's close enough. Close enough. Yeah, he went from Basquiat to Bone. That nigga hurting. And we don't want to hear all that ugly ass shit. We don't want to hear that ragged ass freestyle. It was trash. Trash, I tell you. Thank you, Shoulder Shrug, again for the super chat saying Jay-Z sounded just like Papoose. Because Papoose wrote it. He wrote it and it was trash, Pap. You got to get back to the pen, okay? Diva, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Carmelo Anthony trial starts today. Really? Hold up. Well, let's go see. Did you hear anything? Carmelo. Did y'all hear anything about the Carmelo Anthony trial? For y'all who don't know about Carmelo Anthony, he is the kid who ended up shooting and unaliving. Oh, we got an update. Shooting and unaliving a Clear kid because the Clear kid and his brother came over there bullying him, allegedly. Came over there bullying him and harassing him, and he felt for his life. So he had to act out of self-defense. And they say that allegedly he unalived the little boy, the little Clear boy. We got an update. Let's see what this is. It says Texas teen Carmelo Anthony goes on trial for allegedly stabbing alleged bully Austin Metcalf in self-defense. Case sparks racial controversy. A 17-year-old stabbed another teenager to death in self-defense at a high school track meet. On April 2nd, 2025, Carmelo Anthony got into a dispute over a seating at a track meet in Frisco, Texas. He pulled a knife from his bag and stabbed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in the chest in self-defense after witnesses said Austin attempted to assault him by grabbing and pushing him to get out of the tent. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arm. Anthony claimed self-defense. Jury selection begins June 2nd. Okay, so jury selection begins June 2nd, 2026. If convicted of first-degree murder, Anthony faces between 5 and 99 years. We're about to get into this brief recap of Carmelo Anthony, but for y'all who don't know, this young brother, Carmelo Anthony, was at a track meet. It was a school track meet, but it wasn't on campus. Not at all. Thank you, Diva, so much for reminding me. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate that. But listen, Carmelo Anthony was at a school track meet, and this young man, Carmelo, and his twin brother came and saw Carmelo under a tent because it started to rain. And you know how you could put tents up at the park? Apparently, Carmelo was under a tent for his school or for the Clear Kids school, and he decided that it was time for Carmelo to move. So they approached Carmelo and told him he needed to move. All we know is a scuffle ensued that ended up having Carmelo Anthony, the black kid, ended up being the person who unalived or killed the white kid, Austin Metcalf. Now, after that, it was said that Austin was a bully and have been known to be a bully around the school. They even allegedly had eyewitnesses that said that they saw him and his brother go over there messing with Carmelo, and it sparked a lot of debate online. We were windmilling with our head down back in October when this stuff first popped off. Because basically, especially in the state of Texas, we know that this is definitely going to be a racial situation. So we was over here windmilling with our head down, and we're going to get into it. They said the jury selection starts tomorrow, but they're getting ready to get all this stuff underway, y'all. Let's get into it a little bit.
We want to go back now to our lead story, which is jury selection beginning in just a few hours in the trial of a North Texas teen accused of stabbing and killing a student athlete.
19-year-old Carmelo Anthony is charged with the murder of Austin Metcalf. Trevor Sohaki is live for us this morning outside the Collin County Courthouse this morning with the very latest on this case. And Trevor, this case has actually captured the national attention, particularly on social media, too.
Yeah, that's right, Carmen. There have been debates online over stand your ground laws, race, and lots of misinformation on social media. In fact, there's been so much tension, threats, and controversy that the judge issued a gag order last year to prevent either side from discussing the case. Now, police say this stabbing happened at a Frisco ISD track meet in April of last year after a verbal confrontation between Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. A witness told police that Anthony came over to Metcalf and others in a tent on the bleachers. The 17-year-olds went to different schools and didn't know each other. Metcalf told him to leave. Then Anthony reached into his bag and said, "Touch me and see what happens." One witness said Metcalf touched Anthony, and another witness said Metcalf grabbed Anthony. Police said that's when Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest before running away. Metcalf was taken to the hospital where he later died. Anthony was later arrested and charged with murder. According to a police report, Anthony admitted to the stabbing, claiming it was self-defense. He's currently on house arrest at his parents' home. Now, jury selection will begin at 9 this morning. Collin County District Judge John Roach is not allowing any live streaming of the trial inside the courtroom, but we will have a reporter inside that room at all times. We'll bring the very latest updates as they come in. Live in McKinney, Trevor Sohaki, CBS News, Texas.
And Trevor, it has been a little while before folks have experienced this trial, so we want to kind of go back through the timeline of this important case. The stabbing was back on April 2nd of 2015. Carmelo Anthony was arrested that same day, and then he was released from jail on bond less than 2 weeks later on April 14th. Then a few months later, Frisco ISD allowed some members of the media to view the surveillance video of the stabbing under open records law. Well, our investigative producer who viewed the footage said that individuals were difficult to identify, but that the video shows a sudden movement underneath a tent in the bleachers, followed by an interaction between two figures. Several people are then seen walking or running away. More than a month after that, Carmelo Anthony was indicted for murder on June 24th. And then on July 9th of last year, the judge set a trial date, and we've now arrived to that date this morning.
All right, so that's where we are today. And like I said, when this stuff first popped off, the kids that were around there, because they wouldn't put out the footage to us, and I guess they only let certain people in the media see it. But the kids who were there and other people who were there were saying that Austin Metcalf, first of all, I don't think that no child should die. And I really hate that little boy lost his life. Let me start there first. But we're here, right? And it was, like I said, it was said by other kids that this little boy, Austin, and his brother were on the wrestling team, and they had known to be going around being bullies. Now, let me also make this clear. Even though the school's tent was up, it was up at a public park, right? And you don't own space. Does that make sense? It's kind of like owning a condo. Well, technically not, because you technically do own the space because you don't own the walls in the condo. But it's not like a condo. It's kind of quite the opposite. You own the tent. Yes, I can't mess with your tent, but at a public park, you can't say I can't come under your tent, especially on bleachers. So all that happened. Like I said, Carmelo Anthony was arrested. We did a lot of advocating for him. He came home and he's since been on house arrest. Let me also say this. They were at first putting out very disparaging pictures or photos of Carmelo looking like he was the aggressor and this Austin Metcalf kid was the nice kid. But I want to help make this known that when the research came out about these two children and their backgrounds, Carmelo Anthony is the child that comes from a working two-parent household who's actually has a good background. Austin Metcalf, allegedly the clear kid, he came from the broken home with the divorced parents, with the daddy beating on the mama. So it's given to me. This is just to me. It gave to me that this Austin Metcalf had a lot of ills, wills, and woes that he came from. And that's probably why he was so aggressive. You see what I'm saying? Not to give him a play or nothing or a pass, but just to say that it would be highly likely that this Austin kid was really just being a bully because that's all he's seen in his life, allegedly. You see what I'm saying? So prayers up to Carmelo Anthony and his family. And we're gonna keep our ears peeled. We got to see what's going on. All right. Now let's move on. I can't believe Papoose done wrote that damn freestyle. And speaking of can't believe it, Dean the Great ran into Big Meech, and he about to put Big Meech on the streaming. Now, we seen what Dean the Great did for AB. Can he do this for Big Meech? Let's get into it. Big Meech seen Dean the Great. And y'all don't know who Dean the Great is. He's the kid that's always opposite of Antonio Brown. Lord have mercy. Adrian Broner. He's the kid that's always with Adrian Broner, that's always dressed like him on all the streams that y'all see. See, he has now been the Kick guy. So apparently Kick has named him the guy. And now he's the guy that people need to go see if they want to get on Kick. Let's get into him running into Big Meech.
Yeah,
Yo, let's hook Big Meech up with his kick.
please.
Big Meech, let's hook Big Meech up with his kick.
That's easy. Done. Just have him make an account and I'll set it up.
It's already made.
He already got an account. I'm gonna send you. So send me your username. I'm gonna send a picture of it.
That's it right there.
All right, I'm gonna send you.
Is it the username that he wants though?
Yeah, it's username he wants right here. Is that the username you want? You want a different one?
Big Meech for life.
All right.
So you have the username you want.
Yeah,
this
that's
the one
the
you
one.
want? All right.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
All right.
Alright, just get him right. Send me everything. I got you.
All right. We need to verify this shit and monetize. So you can
That's
start
what
getting
I'm
paid.
Yeah, just sit right here. Bam.
Yo, let's hook Big.
Let me start off by saying this. Them Jews done bought up all these streaming services and they get one or two token niggas. I'm gonna just give y'all the game. Them Jews done bought up all of them streaming companies, right? And they get one or two, three token niggas. You got your Charleston White. Now you got your Dean the Greats. They're going to get a couple of them more. And they get them to go out to the niggas and recruit the niggas so that the niggas could bring their talent over to Kick and that these Jews can make billions and trillions of dollars. I'm just telling you what it is, okay? And the Dean the Greats is going to get paid a lot of money. He's going to have protection while he's gathering up the niggas to bring them over there to the Kick, just like Charleston. They're going to give him protection and buku money while they gather up all the niggas to come bring all of their talents to Kick so these Jews could eat real, real well. I'm just telling you what it is, okay? These are the facts. Now, as it pertains to Big Meech, first of all, shout out to him for getting another chance because we all seen what happened to the last security guards. We saw how 50 left him out to dry. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's warranted or not. That ain't my business. I ain't gonna tongue wrestle with nobody about it. However, I think if he can get on Kick and get his footing, he could do really well. Now the problem is, what's this man name? Big Meech don't look like he got no personality. Like, what he gonna get on here and talk about? Like, what we won't watch you for? You don't even, unless this nigga like funny and nobody knew it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless this nigga got some hidden talent or some hidden gift that we don't know about, niggas ain't about to pull up and watch you. And we damn sure don't want to watch Lil Meech pill popping ass. Allegedly. We don't want to see that crackhead. So what you gonna do, bro? At any rate, Dean the Great is the new Kick nigga. So for everybody who trying to get on, I guess they're gonna go through Dean, and Dean gonna get on the phone with the Jews. And then the Jews going, oh yeah, we gonna hook you up. And this is the gag. Let me let y'all know how this works. Shout out to Black America because I need us to be more astute than we have been in the past. Because see how it works is Kick pays good. Like all of these platforms, like YouTube and all the rest of them, they pay good. That's how I go. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the kicker. They giving you the pennies while they make the billions and the trillions. So yes, recruiting is number one. Recruitment, and retention. Retention is to keep you there. Recruitment is to get you there, right? They need to make sure the niggas keep flying over to all of these streaming platforms, because right now nobody's watching TV. Everybody's in the streaming. So the Jews are I ain't gonna say they're smart enough, but they conniving enough to understand projection. And they say, hold up, since these niggas is loving the streaming and shit, let's go buy up a bunch of streaming companies and let's go get a nigga to get the rest of the niggas to come over here. Because wherever the niggas go, the people gonna go. Does that make sense? Remember, Black America, you create culture. Nothing goes unless you say so. That's why whenever you see these new platforms pop up, whenever you see anything new, it's always got a nigga attached to it. It was a nigga. It's always a nigga, because they need one nigga to go get the rest of the niggas, so that the rest of the niggas can come over there, and out of the rest of the niggas, they're going to pick a few of them niggas to pay them a couple of crumbs. Right? Good crumbs, though. A couple of crumbs better than the rest of the niggas. And then that's going to be the poster child for the masses of the niggas to come run over there. But the fact is, none of the niggas is going to really make the money. The Jews is going to make all the money. There you go. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm just giving y'all the game. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all got to be able to use your discernment and see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Your Deans and your Charlestons of the world, these people are created characters. Does that make sense? Be careful out here in these streets, y'all. Be careful out here in these streets. And just because the plantation plays well, don't mean the plantation ain't a plantation. I'm going to say it one more time. Just because the plantation pays well, don't mean you still ain't on a plantation. Let's move on. Don't let that go over nobody's head now. Please don't let that go over nobody's head. We can't afford that today. Not on this good Monday. Not on this good Monday, okay? Now let's get into a few stories. So Boosie, boo. The people say they want his head. The people want Boosie head, y'all. We got to go see what's going on with Boosie, boo. They say Boosie will knock somebody upside the head. Now I don't believe this. I ain't gonna lie. I don't believe this. I don't believe Boosie with them diabetes got the strength to pop somebody upside the head. That's why I don't believe this. On top of this, Boosie's a nice guy. He seemed to be a nice guy. You see what I'm saying? He always screaming and howling and laughing every time I see him. I just don't see Boosie raising them diabetes arms to hit nobody on the back of the head with no hookah. But I'm just telling y'all what the people said, okay? Let's get into it. It says, Lord, Boosie is facing charges in Houston after allegedly knocking a nightclub security guard in the back of the head with a hookah glass. Well, they didn't say the back. I just put that on there. It says, neighbors, this is a mess. Boosie is in legal trouble again. This time he's facing aggravated assault charges after an incident in Houston. The rapper was charged on May 24th for allegedly hitting a security guard at Privileged nightclub with a glass hookah. And the security guard ain't whoop your ass. Apparently, it all started when a woman attempted to use a restroom and the guard informed her that it was closed and told her that she had to leave. That caused an argument where the woman dropped her belongings. The guard then attempted to help her pick up her things. But Boosie allegedly attacked him from behind. Now, this don't make no sense. The guard sustained head injuries and required hospitalization. Of course, a nigga better go to the hospital when a rapper hit you. I wish a rapper hit me, bitch. I'ma be a bitch. Girl, they gonna have to take me out through ICU. Girl, what's going on? It says witnesses, including another security guard, oh Lord, confirmed seeing Boosie with the broken hookah base and yelling during the altercation, identifying him by his stage name. Currently, Boosie is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. But I don't believe Boosie did this. I don't believe this, y'all. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe Boosie was inside no damn restaurant or no hookah bar or no club. And I don't believe no nigga. First of all, I don't believe no security guard just had a back and forth with a girl, told her she need to leave, and then she dropped her purse and then he helped her pick it up, and then Boosie came on the back like Diddy or something and popped him in the back of the head. I don't believe that, y'all. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And what the other security guard was doing when Boosie was popping this security guard in the back of the head, because he sure got an eyewitness to it, but he ain't popped nobody. I don't believe nothing about this. They trying to get you, Boosie boo. You know they on your ass. Ever since you got them keys to that city around there in Louisiana, they on your ass. Boosie, if I was you, I stay home, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I stay home. I'd be scared to do the Boosie badge. I'll stay home and have a gathering, a Boosie gathering. Bitch. Fuck the Boosie badge. It'll be a Boosie gathering, a Boosie get together, bitch. And it'll be me, my churn, my mama, and not even a few relatives. Me, my churn, my mama, and 3 security guards. It's a Boosie get together. Boosie, they want your head, bro. They want your head, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't mad if they get you, but I'm just saying, I see it. They want you, bro. Go lay down. I think the safest thing for Boosie to do in 2026 is to go lay down. Because the moment he get up, unless he had one of them basketball games, they on your ass, boy. But no, I do not believe that Boosie hit nobody in the back of the head with no hookah ball. With no hookah. I don't. And like I said, if he hit somebody in the back of the head with a hookah, why was the other security guard taking notes and not popping Boosie? See what I'm saying? So if that's the case, fire everybody down at the club. You see how easy that is? I should have been the manager or the owner. I should have been the owner and the manager. Because see, after they would have told me the story, first of all, after security guard A would have been laid up on the hospital bed, he'd have been fired. Nigga, you fired. I don't give a damn what you're trying to get. Your ass is fired. I can't take you. Niggas ain't gonna believe you really about you feel what I'm saying? So you fired. And to the other nigga who had the other security guard who had all of the details from the top to the bottom, from the front to the back, your ass is fired too. Why? Because nigga, you got too much detail. What was wrong with your hands when Boosie was behind the nigga with the hookah? See, y'all creating a whole breach of security around here. Both of their ass would have been. I should have been the owner or the man, just the manager. I ain't got to be the owner. I should have been the manager on duty that day. Everybody would have got fired. Even the girl at the door taking the money. Because, bitch, you should have called the police. Even the girl at the door taking the money, you should have screamed or something, bitch. You fired too. Everybody got to go. I'm just saying, it'll be a new hiring event on Monday morning. That's all I'm saying. But I don't believe Boosie did that. Boosie, I'm on your side this time. You know, I don't rock with you, nigga. But I'm on your side this time. I don't believe you did it. Now, what is going on? Hold on. Did y'all see Diddy had a sex tape? Nah, I don't know if it's you or me. Maybe it's just me. But after I heard his little bird like this, who the hell want to see a sex tape with Diddy? We heard the stories. Nigga don't want to see all of that noise making and squiggly little birds slipping in and out. Nigga don't want to see all of that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know, to the ladies, drop a 3 in the chat. You see what I'm saying? Nigga don't want to see birds slipping in and out. Nigga don't. Why would anybody? Who released that? Who was behind the tape? And why? See, it's starting to make me think 50 released it on purpose. You see what I'm saying? Because 50 is infatuated with him. I believe that 50 is infatuated with the Diddy. After Diddler took his baby mama, he ain't been right ever since. Said what I said. And I want to say I was the first one on the internet that I saw called it. After Diddy took that nigga baby mama and treated that little hoe like a slut, 50 ain't been right ever since. And 50 was in love with Daphne, baby. Oh, yes, he was. Let's get into it. It says 50 Cent says free Diddy amid alleged freak-off tape surfacing online. Quote, he's gone through enough being born with no bird. Well, he really said penis, but what kind of man did 50? It says free Diddy. He has gone through enough being born with no penis. But he got your bitch. Huh? See, it's one thing to say a nigga don't have no bird when he didn't take your bitch. But he took your bitch and had you crying 20 years later. Like, huh? See, these lame ass niggas is exposing themselves. I told y'all 50 Cent is he's still that little bitty fat ass kid that was around there stealing cupcakes at the corner store, at the bodega. That's 50 on the inside. I don't give a damn how much weight the nigga lifts. I don't give a damn how much money he got. He's still that fat ass little boy who was running up and down the streets in Jamaica, Queens, stealing Zuzus and Wham Whams out the bodega and shit. I know what I'm looking at. That is an insecure little boy. Because who watches the tape and then comments on it? Yeah, this is gay. I ain't gonna hold you, this gay. AF. It says Daphne Joy and a male escort surfacing online. I'm side-eyeing every chick that's been with him. 50 Cent says she's not a victim. Sire is. Can you imagine going to 8th grade to find out this is your mom? The court system in LA think it's fine. Whoa, 50, how does it make the kid feel to know that his daddy is over there trolling his mama behind this? 50 a fat-ass kid, man. He a lame-ass fat-ass kid. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck what you see. I'm telling you what I'm looking at. 50 is an insecure, fat-ass, lame-ass little boy. Said what I said. Because my thing is this. What is the kid gonna see or think when not only do he see his mama out there getting banged up and twisted up like a pretzel, what is the kid gonna think and see when he see his own daddy is the one promoting his mama's videos and photos out there getting banged up and bent up like a pretzel? Yeah, this big. This is big. It's disgusting all the way around if you ask me. And at the end of the day gotta end. Diddy already got to be home. I've been told y'all that. But I don't get the obsession with 50. No, I do. I'm going to tell you what the obsession is. The obsession is Diddy is the nigga who stole the woman that he was in love with. See, 50 was in love with that lady. Yes, he was. 50 looked in that lady's eyes and saw a future. I saw the pictures. Yes, he did. He looked in that lady's eye and he saw a future. That was his first little Asian. He probably hadn't had nothing but the hood girls in Jamaica, Queens. So he finally got his first little, Asian chick. She had a cute little body, you know what I'm saying? Me love you long time type shit. And he fell in love. And then here come Diddy like a thief in the night, then took the bitch and flipped that hoe. Flipped her up and down like a pancake. 50 ain't been right ever since, y'all. And I think that's why he didn't have no issues with volunteering to be the face of that documentary, because this documentary is not 50's documentary. 50 Cent was the face of the documentary. When I say documentary, I mean the one he put out on Netflix, The Surviving Diddy. He's just the face of it. He volunteered to be the face of it to us, to the world. Remember, the world is a stage. So they want us to believe that 50 came up with this doc. He didn't. They want us to believe 50 was in charge of the doc. He wasn't. He's simply the face, and he volunteered to portray himself as the person behind the doc, but we know it's not true. But I'm saying you have to have some real messed up internal issues to still be trying to attach yourself to this. If anything, you would want to be like, disgusted. Like, damn, this my baby mama and you out here. Every time you turn around, 50 got something to say. He's insecure like a dog. And even if his little bird is small like a Vienna sausage, 50, one thing about it, two things for sure. He was rolling that bitch all up and down your baby mama. All up and down and through your baby mama. Yes, he was. Had her his way every single day of the week. 50 bird could be about as big as this Carmex thing right here. It don't matter. He put that bird in your bitch. You'll never be able to undo that. I'm sorry. I got to say that part. You'll never be able to undo it. That little bitty bird ran up in your bitch like it was 90 going west. Yes, it did. So at that point, Diddy still won. He still won. And she's still in love with the nigga. Yeah, he won. Moving on, child. Moving on. Let's wait. I know what I want to tell y'all about Latto, because y'all let the internet tell y'all anything. Let's get Latto up here before we get into the business. What in the hell is going on here? Somebody drop down in the comments and let me know. Now, Latto just announced, first of all, back up. First, Latto said that she was pregnant. And she said that after being pregnant, she don't never want to rap again. She don't want to leave her baby's side. I know what she said. I was there when she said it. She said, I'm never going to leave my baby's side. She said, I love my baby. They're going to have to pay me to leave my baby. That's what Latto said. Let's go over here. Now, all of a sudden, she around here talking about postpartum was the thing that made her say it. But my thing is, girl, you was pregnant when you said that. The baby was still in your coochie. That's not postpartum, my love. That's prepartum, if there's even a thing. So you mean to tell me your hormones while you were pregnant is what made you say that you no longer wanted to rap again? But this how you know these hoes follow a script and don't even pay attention to the script that they follow. Because how dare you come out and say it was postpartum depression that made you say those things when you weren't postpartum yet, my love. The baby was still inside you, baby. That don't go like that. That's not how that go. You see what I'm saying? And because most of her fans are illiterate, they don't understand that. So they just gonna go with the move and say what I'm saying, you know, postpartum this, postpartum that, and that's the reason, whoop the whoop the whoop. But that's not how that went. I believe, this is just my belief. I believe that my girl Latto came on here and thought her career was over because remember, Big Latto no kids. But when she realized she had to come out and tell y'all she had one, she didn't know how to anticipate that. And then she said to herself, how the hell can I come back and rap to these hoes after my whole career has been a lie? I'm telling you how it went. Okay. And then she must have realized, or maybe she got talked to by some people in the back behind the scenes who must have told her, girl, it ain't that deep. These people is slow as turtles. Come put your another album out and just tell them it was postpartum. And then here we are. I'm being dead ass serious. I believe that's exactly how it happened behind the scenes. She had already made her mind up. I'm done. I can't rap no more. They'll never accept me back. And somebody came and told her, yes, they will. They stupid. Of course they will. Tell them it was postpartum and come back. And she did. Dead ass serious. I'm not even being funny. That's literally how the people behind the scenes of social media talk about you. Let me say it again. That is literally how the people behind the scenes of social media think of you and they talk about you. They think because they understand that you have social media brain. And because of that, most people are stupid. No shade. It is what it is. So this girl could come on here and say she had postpartum doing prepartum, and that's why we here. Let's get into Latto, child. Let's just get into it. And they say she ain't show the baby yet. He must look like 21. The baby must look like 21. Latto blames depression for retirement. Let me say this too. And yeah, I'ma say it. All you dark-skinned, dark-winged, duck-looking ass niggas going to get these half-breeds and these light-skinned baby mamas, and y'all thinking y'all gonna get y'all little cute little Cabbage Patch Kids, and this is no shade, but the churn ain't churning the way y'all thought it was gonna come out. Said what I said. Them ugly ass niggas going to get these racially ambiguous ass bitches and these light skinned girls thinking they going to breed the ugly out and it ain't going the way they thinking. They planning. Said what I said. It ain't going the way they planning. The baby must look like 21. Said what I said. Because when the bitch got a cute baby, that's the first thing they want to do is put the baby picture out here. The baby must look like 21. Now, I ain't say the baby was ugly. I said the baby must look like the daddy. Now, you take that and do what you want to do with it, okay? Now, let's get back into it. Okay, Latto blames depression for retirement announcement and shares she done had a little girl. Okay, let's get into it.
The hood for the first time. I'm dropping my album, my last album at that I owe the label. So it's just like, I was going through it that day. Today's a good day. I don't know if I wouldn't say I'm retiring today. Talk to me next week again. I might say, no, that shit was for real. So I don't know. I'm going through it and listen, I crashed. It is what it is. I'm not trying to be perfect anymore. It's like I'm not trying to uphold this. I crashed. If I don't take care of myself, I can't be there for her. So as much as I used to like put myself on the back burner and be like, well, I got to go get this money. I got to go, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to be there for her if I prioritize those things. So it's like I gotta prioritize myself.
All right, if you are an established business. All right, so that was what Latto had to say. Now I want to come over here and show y'all the baby pictures. This is the picture she posted with her and the baby. I ain't gonna lie, the carriage and the pictures is really cute. I ain't even gonna lie. The pictures, she look really cute. I love the old school carriage. It's definitely giving me old 50s, 40s. You know what I'm saying? When the girls used to have their babies. Mm-hmm. The carriage is real cute. She showed covering the baby up. Nah. Now, I don't know. The baby might be pretty. I'm not saying the baby ugly or not. I don't know what the baby is. I'm just saying I've seen a trend. I'm seeing a trend. I see a trend. These weird looking ass niggas going to get having these babies with these girls, and the babies ain't coming out the way they thought it was going to come out. Because y'all niggas ugly ass jeans. Because y'all niggas jeans too strong. Y'all know I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. Y'all jeans is too strong. You want to breed out centuries of strong genes with one biracial? That don't go like that. That's y'all problem. Centuries upon centuries of you niggas looking like that. Y'all go find one biracial, and now all of a sudden you want the baby to come out looking different. No, that don't go like that. Them genes coming with the baby. Mm-hmm. Them jeans that y'all don't like, they coming with the baby. Say what I said. Now, I'm going to say that part because y'all know why they having the babies with them churn, with them girls. Y'all know exactly why they having them churn with them girls. Trying to breed out what the part they think is ugly. And guess what? God putting the part right on the baby. Yeah, you niggas think y'all slick? Y'all won't go. Y'all think y'all gonna breed out the ugly part, and God making sure the baby get all of the parts you think is ugly. Now, I'm not calling you ugly. I'm saying you trying to breed out the part you think is ugly. And what is God doing? Putting that part right on the baby. Say what I said. As he should. As he should. That'll hold you niggas. That'll hold y'all with this selective breeding. But congratulations to Latto girl. You done got your little thickums on. You look good, girl. I love it. I'm here for it. But next time you say it was postpartum, don't. Don't say it was postpartum, you little slow bastard. Slow as a turtle. Look at her. Oh, she's so slow. She thought she was eating too. I don't know. Yeah. It just depends on how I feel. Girl, go lay down, girl. Breastfeed the baby, girl. Please go down and breastfeed the baby. She a third. No, her mom is a clear, huh? Latto mom is a full blood clear, ain't she? She ain't no third or nothing. She a half and half. She a half and half. She in the milk community. Yes, ma'am. She is a part of the milk community. I don't give a damn what the accents say. I don't give a damn how many times she used the N-word. She is a half and half. Ain't nothing wrong with the half and half. Shout out to the half and half. My niece a half and half. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. We just gotta say what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta let them start being proud of them being half and halves. She the third baby mama. Oh, okay. Yeah, she the third baby mama. My bad. I thought y'all was saying she 1/3. I'm about to say shit me. I saw that white ass mama. All their mamas be looking like that lady that said, I smell your nappy pussy. All they mamas look like that. I seen a girl at the second line. Her mama looked like that yesterday. I swear to God, they had this girl at the second line. Her mama had a little bit in her hand. They all look like their mama say, I smell your nappy pussy. They all do look like that. I ain't gonna lie. But she the third baby mama, Lord. Congratulations, girl. What's a third of the clear? I don't know. I guess a third of the clear would be if she had one black parent and one biracial parent. Then she would be a third clear. You see what I'm saying? So one black parent, one biracial, that makes you a third. That means only 1/4 of you got the clear juice in you. Now, if you got 2 black parents, then you're black. You see what I'm saying? If you got an octoroon mama, that means your mama got a little bit of everything in her, 3-4 things. then you mostly black. We just gonna go with you being black, unless the other three things is more white than black. You see what I'm saying? It just depends. It just depends. It depends. But yeah. Your mama is white. You a half and half. Your mama got half of the black in her. You're a third. You a third. But you need two black parents to have a black child. Say what I said. Mm-hmm. What do two half and half makes? 3/4. I don't know. What would two half and half make? It would make a new breed. It will make a new breed of biracials. You know, back in the day, for y'all who don't know this, even on the census, they had a section for those. They called them mulattoes, like Latto. That's what they called them. Mulattoes. That's where she get her name from. That it was really a thing. They were breeding mulattoes, and no shade, but I got to say this part. And I'm gonna stop saying no shade, because if you all start feeling the shade, it is what it is. But I got to say this part. Louisiana is notorious for the octoroon, the quadroon, the half and half. Cosplaying is the nigga. Don't get me started. Because, see, that's a very sensitive conversation in New Orleans. It's a lot of cosplaying people in New Orleans that play like they black, but they not. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I don't want to go there. But Louisiana is notorious for the mulatto. That's for the mixed breeds. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they have a whole bunch of beige children, all them vanilla wafer children. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of, oh yeah, baby. But we ain't gonna go there because they get to getting mad. See what I'm saying? And it's the worst part about them people in Louisiana. They get to getting mad when you say they're not black, but they use their privilege as being a lighter skinned person on the black people all the time. And anybody from New Orleans or Louisiana, no, I ain't lying. They was windmill on you about being black. But whenever it comes down to using that privilege, you got to know they gon' use the privilege. They're not going to be up against no cracker talking about I'm no nigga. They going to play their role. Now let's move on, because we not on Louisiana. I don't want to get nobody in there. They're going to get the acting crazy, and I'm not about to tongue wrestle with nobody about it. I know what I'm talking about. Let's move on. Let's move on. That's why they got all them white people running around here telling y'all they Creole, because they done muddied the waters. It's a bunch of racially ambiguous people in Louisiana that say they black, and they not. I said what I said. Anyways, now I want to move to, what we moving to? Let's move to this NAACP panel. No, let's move to this DNA first. Now, we can do the NAACP panelists. So did y'all see there was a panel? Matter of fact, before I do that, let me read a couple of, is Creole black? No, Creole is Creole. No, it's not black. It's not. No. Girl, did I see Super and Black Smoke drama? Did I? Oh, child, we gonna Joce that. Not tonight, tomorrow night. We gonna Joce that tomorrow night. We gonna come on here and Joce Super and Black Smoke. For y'all who don't know what's going on, we gonna Joce that tomorrow night. But look, Creole is not black. It's not. If you understand what a real Creole is, then you know it is a mixture of French, typically French, and or Spaniard. Right? It's those people who mixed in with the black people there. Now, could you call them a different mulatto? Yeah. But what happened was a lot of those Creole people, remember somebody said, what happens when a half and half reproduce with another half and half? They went and started procreating with each other, creating an entire race of mulattoes / Creoles. Okay. Now they do have black in them. So technically, if you want to say the one drop rule, then I guess potato, bitch, make a salad. I don't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling you now, per like actual science, no, a Creole person is not black. That's why they're Creole. Now they will windmill on you and tell you that they black, but I'm telling you now, they are not. They are what they are said to be, which is Creole. A black person is made up of a black person and a black person. That's it. They identify as black. They do identify as black. Creoles will windmill on you and bat you up if you tell them they're not black. But I tell them all the time. But a black person, I don't give a damn what the politics is in Louisiana. I'm telling you the truth and what God loves. A black person is a person with one black mama and one black daddy. Not a black mama and a Creole daddy. Not a black mama and a half a daddy. Not a half and half and a quadroon. Not an octoroon and a quadroon. No, 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 no. A black person is comprised of a black mama and a black daddy. Period, point blank. But it is what it is. Let's move on. All right, now let's get into this NAACP panelist. So, first of all, shout out to the panel. Shout out to the panel, but it's so much I saw on here that I wanted to touch on. Stay right there. Hold on, because I'm trying to see something. It's just so much I wanted to touch on this panel. Now, I want to first give a major shout out to all the Black Americans who are and have been fighting for our identity, for our political power, anything that we fighting for. Even if I don't agree with the shit y'all fighting for, I still appreciate, you know what I'm saying, everybody who's out there putting their feet to the ground. Like, for instance, I don't believe in voting. I don't. However, I do appreciate the people who out there fighting for it because maybe they do. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't my place. And I'm noticing that we're galvanizing. Let me just say this to Black America. Black America, we have been watched like lab rats since the beginning of time. I need y'all to understand this. They watch us more than we watch each other. And who is they? The enemies, the powers that were, the people who are actually pulling the strings behind all of this, okay? They watch us. They pay attention to us. They listen to us. Even the smallest and the least of us. They pay attention and they watch everything. Why is this important? I'm going somewhere. Because what they understand is we are coming into an awakening, right? I just showed y'all yesterday, day before yesterday in New Orleans, they had the 250 sales event where they got these fake ass pirate ships that are sailing out of New Orleans all the way up the Mississippi to commemorate America's 250th birthday. I told you that my downloads gave to me that it really was to seal off the 250 years that they had to rule, meaning it's to commemorate the end of America being here for 250 years. I hope y'all not falling back on that, right? Now, because the enemy knows that his reign is up and we are awakening, let me just say this, and I'm not saying this about nobody, I'm just throwing it out there. But because the enemy knows that we are awakening and their reign is up, they're going to be sending out a lot of agents. A lot. You want to hear about misinformation and all of that stuff? That's about to be heavy AF. And this is the gag about this. It's going to come from familiar faces to you. It's not going to be from a clear or from a Jew or from a Hispanic. These are the people that are going to be put in place to confuse you, to triangulate you, and to do all these horrible things to make sure you don't find freedom are going to be people who are familiar to you. People who you think have your back. Okay? This game is getting very, very dirty. I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to overstand and understand that. All right. This is where your discernment is going to make all of the difference in the world for you. Your discernment can't work for nobody but for you, right? This is where you got to start being able to tap into your inner conscious. Basically, y'all got to start being able to listen to that voice. I realized most people don't have the voice inside their head. I thought we all did. If you don't never hear a voice inside of your head, you are far gone. You're going to have to start being able to listen to those voices inside of your head to see what is what, what's real and what's not. Okay? That's just a side note. Now, why are we here? The person in the middle. First of all, why is Black America sitting down with the NAACP? I'll wait. Black America, Black America, Black America, you niggas just don't get it yet. First and foremost, Going to the NAACP about anything that you need to make a difference is literally like going to your abuser asking them for mercy. The NAACP is a part of the group of people who have you where you are. They are your oppressors. And I know, y'all learned about the NAACP in 3rd grade and how they did all of these wonderful things with the rest of the doggone civil rights movement. But y'all niggas got to wake up on all of this stuff. It was all one big play. Mike walked our big ass up the mountain and we came down with nothing. We went up the mountaintop with everything and we came back down with nothing. The NAACP and the civil rights leaders and movements were one of the major reasons why that is. So the fact that we still sitting down with these politicians and these NAACP members, not only them, the Black Caucus and all these people, I think it's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. The NAACP is not a friend to Black America. It is the National Advancement Association for everybody except niggas. That's the name of it. The National Advancement and Association for every mother plucker except niggas. Yet and still, we still sitting down talking to these fools. I am of confusion. I ain't even gonna hold you. At any rate, who is this? What's this brother name? I see him on YouTube all the time. I know Vicky Dillard. Shout out to Vicky Dillard. But I can't remember this brother's name. Somebody drop down the brother's name. Ain't he kin to O'Shea Duke Jackson? What's this nigga name? Y'all gonna drop it. What's this nigga name? It's on the tip of my tongue. I used to watch him. Phil Scott. There you go. Thank you so much. It's Polka Knot Pity Pat. Thank you so much. Phil Scott. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all want me to keep it real? I'm gonna keep it real. Now, I used to watch Phil Scott before I really came into my awakening. Now, one thing I never really did too particularly like about Phil Scott was that he was very inclusive. Extremely, extremely inclusive. Meaning, let's have us all get together, right? Now, once I started being able to be sensitive to a lot of, content that just really is asinine, Phil Scott was one of those people that fell off of my radar because he was very inclusive. This is mine. I'm telling you, for me, he was too inclusive for me. It was everything about the Pan-Africanist, everything about the coalition of this. Ain't his wife Hispanic or some shit like that? He was extremely inclusive. He's another one that stayed back and forth in Africa. He another one that stay going back and forth to Africa. And I tell niggas all the time, niggas don't vacation in Africa. What y'all niggas running over to Africa for like that? Ooh. It's given to pick up their checks. At any rate, Phil Scott, like I say, when I fell off of him like a year or so ago, he was extremely all-inclusive. Now, maybe somebody in the chat, maybe one of y'all have been watching him recently, and maybe his rhetoric has changed. So to see him on the panel asking about Black Americans and actually being disgusted by the guy's response being the coalition, it shocked me because, like I said, the last time I seen him, he was saying the same thing. Okay? Now, why is this important? Vicky Dillard been on here preaching about Black people since I've laid eyes on Vicky Dillard years and years ago. Vicky Dillard been having the same message that I don't know that lady personally, but I will say when I did used to follow her a lot, she been saying the same thing for years and years and years. Again, I'm not talking about her character. I'm just talking about her message. Her message had not changed, okay? Now, but this shocked me. This shocked me heavy, okay? Now, the brother in the middle, who's supposed to represent the NAACP, they asked him about what it was about doing for Black America. The brother in the middle says that he thinks that we should be working on the Black and Brown coalition, whereas Phil Scott and Vicky Dillard and the rest of the people in the audience were like, shh, we not trying to do that. Let's get into the video really quickly, then we'll commentate on it.
numbers, what we can have is that solidarity, because our cause are our cause. So we all know that we want to be able to eat. You know, we should all be able to eat, to flourish, to be able to be happy in this city. And so whatever that looks like to you is what needs to be communicated to the powers that be.
Solidarity with whom? Could you describe who need to be in solidarity with? I'm confused.
For me, that's Black and brown people throughout the city. Well, I'm not sure what the issue is there. If it's a numbers game, we have the same problem. But where we? Hey, have the numbers, what we can't have is that.
I seen that lady on the end on YouTube too. I don't remember her name, but the lady sitting on the far end, I've seen her on YouTube too. I don't think I've ever seen her, but I obviously know Vicky Dillard and Phil Scott. Now, why is this important, y'all? First of all, why is he there? Second of all, what is this panel for? Is it to discuss like the moving forward? I just feel like we've been putting our energy in some shit that really don't count. At any rate, what shocked me was Phil's question about who. And let me tell you why. And we're going to get into his response. Phil's wife is a Hispanic. I'm almost positive of it. When I used to catch his videos and watch him all the time, I remember him saying his wife was Hispanic. And I remember also his message has always been extremely inclusive. Now, somebody genuinely, did he like switch up the narrative? And if so, what happened and when? This is a genuine question. Because look, see when he turned his head, when the guy said Black and Brown Coalition, I'm squinting my eyes.
For me, that's Black and brown people throughout the city.
I'm squinting my eyes because what happened? And I'm not saying that people can't. He did. I'm not saying people can't change, but he is a divorcee. He divorced? You lying. They say his first wife was FBA. He was wearing dashikis. All I'm saying is this, y'all be mindful of grifters. Now, why is this important? I don't think that the NAACP dude should even have a seat there. I think that Black America, I think our biggest problem is we keep going to the people who got their foot on our necks for relief, and it's not going to happen. See, we look at skin color too often and think that there's a level or a way in, and that's the part of the witchcraft that we keep running into. You got to understand, this enemy is not going to be the face of their destruction. They're going to find a familiar face so that you won't understand or see the destruction before it comes. Okay? And this is why they created things like the NAACP, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the whole civil rights movement. This is why they created these things, so that they can put a familiar face in front of you so that you won't see what's really happening behind the scenes. And going to the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, and all these people who are literally put in place to make sure you never make it is asinine to me. The NAACP ain't never advocated for Black America to do shit in its entire existence. I don't give a damn about what newspaper article you can pull up. When you look at action and results, the NAACP ain't did shit for Black America, not since the beginning, and they ain't doing nothing for us now. So why is y'all sitting on panels with these fools and these boule babies? I don't understand. I wouldn't have nothing to talk to. You know what I would ask him about? The history and the presence of the NAACP and how they've been nothing but horrible to Black America, but great to everybody else. That would be the only thing we would be having a panel about. NAACP ain't trying to get you niggas no reparations, and they damn sure ain't trying to get you nothing just for you. Remember, it's called the 10%, the talented 10%. That's your NAACP people. These are the 10% of people who are put in place to reign over the 90%. That's me and you. You're going to these representatives because they look like you, but that's the trick bag. That's the witchcraft. They put somebody who looked like you in front of you to give you false hope. But it's not going to happen. If you want to figure out about unity, we need to first unify with ourselves. We can't unify with no damn body. And then it's another thing. You never hear these conversations at the Hispanic rallies. You never hear it. You never hear the Hispanics sitting around talking about how we going to figure out the black and brown coalition. You will never hear it. The only thing you'll hear about them is when they're talking about how they stealing our culture. But every time we turn around, it's a paid nigga. Get me up here. Every time we turn around, it's a paid nigga that's ready to make some all-inclusive shit. This ain't no goddamn vacation. Ain't no all-inclusive. Nothing. Let the Hispanics hold they nuts. Let the clears hold they nuts. Let the Asians hold they nuts. Let the Africans hold they nuts. And goddamn it, let the Caribbean hold they nuts too. It's season for everybody to hold their own nuts. God gave us 2 hands so we can carry 2 nuts. Everybody got the opportunity to hold their own nuts. But the reason why you'll never hear anybody speak about coalitions in these other groups is because we don't need them. They need us. For years and years and years, at least since the 60s, they have used our plight to capitalize off of our struggle, our history, our heritage, everything that we have fought and died for. Everybody in this world has reaped benefits for, except us. And we still going to this talented 10% who's literally there to keep us stupid and dumb and keep us in poverty. Y'all keep going to these people asking them. I wouldn't ask them shit. Ain't nothing to talk about with you niggas. Ain't nothing to talk about with none of you niggas, because you niggas is just as worse as the cracker. No, you worse than the cracker because y'all some treasonous fools. And I ain't gonna hold you. Sitting down with Phil, it's giving setup. No shade. It's giving setup. Let me show you how this thing play out, because I don't think y'all really understand how this thing go. Y'all don't study enough of the Judas and the Black Messiah. Y'all don't study the enemy enough. And that's the thing. He's studying us and you won't study him. This whole shit is giving me setup. No shade. Because Phil is questionable as fuck. I ain't even gonna hold you. He questionable as fuck, and he giving me Freemason teas. And now he's sitting next to the NAACP dude, and you gonna ask the leading question on how we gonna create whatever. He hit you with the Black and Brown Coalition, and you hit him with the good response to make sure your YouTube numbers go up. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust nothing about it. You know, if you go scroll down, I think I shared a couple of those videos. When you scroll down on them Hispanics, this what they talk about on their podcast. Let's get into some of the shit they be saying. Because see, we over here worried about a coalition, and they over there worried about themselves, these goddamn Cabbage Patch Kids.
Assign to no blacks. Right. Southsiders do want, guess, I don't want to speak on that, but we don't want to assign to no blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Is that because of the prison shit? It's not a racist thing? Help me understand, because when you say that out loud, it sounds crazy.
It's because like this. It's like this. It's like, I go to jail, I rock with my race. Mm-hmm. I eat with my race. I do things with my race. So it's like, I'm here, I conduct business. I do things with my race, you know, like we integrate and whatnot. But why would I have somebody in charge of my music career if I'm already programmed a certain way? I'm already institutionalized a certain way. Why would you get what I'm saying? That's just my mindset. So I'm like, no, we wouldn't do that. And most of the homies would think the same way as me. They're going to agree with what I say.
So like, you wouldn't sign with somebody if they were unaffiliated? Like, let's say Diddy wanted to sign you to Bad Boy.
Me personally, I'm not trying to sign. I'll get somebody else sign and we do some business. We don't want to see them.
You know the irony of these fools? The irony of these fools is this. You don't want to sign to a black person inside of a black culture. He assigned to one of them Jews, though, who gonna rape him too. But he wouldn't sign to a black person. And you know what? I can't even be mad at that. He's smart. If black Americans took this mindset when them Jews first came over here in our hip hop shit, we wouldn't be here. He is smart in that part. But listen, outside of me respecting the fact that he don't want to be up under another group, you got to understand that these people is not trying to coexist with you niggas. They want to be, everybody is here to eat and copy off of you, Black America. When are y'all going to figure that out? Even if it don't look like they're copying off of you, every single person on the West Coast of this world is copying off of you. From the way they dress, to the things that they eat, to the words that they say, to the music, to the culture, everybody is over here copying off of you. Why would they want to be under you when they could copy off of you for free? None of these people, like I said, is sitting down talking about any sort of unity with Black America. But every time we have something, here it is, somebody over there hollering, Black and Brown Coalition. We need to stick together. They doing all of this to all of us. Look at here.
To those young Raza or Raza who want to believe that, you better turn your TV, brother. You better turn your radio,
So what do
man.
you think about these Black Lives Matter that they want to be paid for being what is it, slaves and all that?
Reparations.
Yeah, there.
Are you talking about reparations? Well, I heard they passed in North Carolina.
Yes.
But it was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So
yeah, and that's when we, the Raza, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody gave reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money?
You heard him? Not until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get theirs first. Whole time the Native American is the Mexican. Don't let that go over your head. Not until the Native American and the Mexican get theirs first. Both Cabbage Patch Kids with no history talking about they should get theirs first. Let me run it back.
No. Nobody gave reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money to a specific group, dog? This is the United States, a melting pot. How are you going to give it to a specific group?
because right now they've got the white people with so much guilt. It was your parents.
You know why they should give it to a specific group? Because this specific group literally feeds the world. But the problem is the group don't know that. This specific group literally feeds the entire fucking world. These spics right here wouldn't have nothing they wouldn't know what to eat, what to dress like, they wouldn't have no identity if they wasn't in proximity to niggas. Let's call a thing a thing. The way they comb their hair, even the fact that they washing their ass, you get that from a nigga. The haircuts, the clothes, the lingo, even tattoos. We created that. The problem is the group of people who created it don't know it. That's why these Cabbage Patch Kids, these orphan trained motherfuckers could sit around here and have these conversations and it go over 99% of our head because we still haven't caught on that everybody is playing a big trick on us. We literally are feeding the entire world while the world look at us and tell us we not. Facts. Literal freaking facts. The Mexican would have no culture if they never ran across Black Americans. They just wouldn't. India, the red dots, they done took all of our old indigenous culture and remixed it. The Asians, that samurai, that tall black samurai, y'all be seeing that they put up acting like it was one lowly black samurai. No, that was a nigga. That's why he was tall and big, because that was a nigga over there doing that. We don't even know it yet, though. We still over here blinded, playing and going back and forth about bullshit. It just bothers me that these people with no history, no culture, Because even the Mexican culture that these cosplayers right here, because they ain't the real Mexicans, the real Mexican, my color and your color. So these cosplaying Mexicans sitting at this round table having a conversation about who should get what first. These Johnny come lately ass cracker Spaniard baby having orphan trained Cabbage Patch Kid made in a lab, grown in a goddamn field ass babies could sit around here and say that we don't deserve because we have yet to wake up. But yet and still, we having conversations with Phil and them talking about a black and brown coalition. Do you see how the talented tent plays that play? Because what the fuck? We've already made the consensus. We not fucking with them and they not fucking with us. They over there, we over here. Why is we still having a conversation about the black and brown coalition? To keep you distracted, to keep you stupid, to keep you not focused on the real. And the fact of the matter is, these people they're not even in our conversation. The Mexican, y'all not even a real Mexican. Go get the real Mexican, then come back. I'm not speaking to no Siberians. I'm not doing it. And the Mexican is the Native American. That's why they flip in and out of that shit. That's also why when Trump came down, remember Trump had the ICE people going. Remember they was going inside all them Native American tribes? Because the Native American is the Mexican and the Mexican is a Native American. That's it. The Native American got a little more mud in them, but it's the same shit. But why we over here having a conversation with an NAACP nigga about a black and brown coalition? We running backwards. Cause what we've already accomplished. We've already came to the agreement that they over there and we over here. Why is y'all having panels about a black and brown coalition? It's a fucking setup. I need y'all to understand it is a setup. It is a distraction and it is a setup. These actors are going to start coming out of the woodworks because you, my friend, are doing genealogy and you are waking up. They can't have that. They cannot have that. So what are they going to do? Theater, political theater. Put a panel together and have us on here windmilling on each other about a black and brown coalition. Let me see what this girl say. I don't know if she got a more extended version. Let's see. Y'all got to wake up to the bullshit.
We don't have the numbers, what we can have is that solidarity because our cause is our cause. So we all know that we want to be able to eat. You know, we should all be able to eat, to flourish, to be able to be happy in this city. And so whatever that looks like to you is what needs to be communicated to the powers that be.
Solidarity with whom? Could you describe who needs to be in solidarity with? I'm confused.
For me, that's black and brown people throughout the city. Well, I'm not sure the issue is there. If there's a numbers game, we're going to have the same problem. But where we... Hey.
Yeah, the family wasn't feeling that, and I don't blame them. I mean, this solidarity unity talk sounds good on the surface level. It's kind of a nice pipe dream. But I mean, I don't really see how far we can go with solidarity and unity when it's only being promoted on one side. It's a very one-sided unity. Doesn't seem to be promoted on all ends. You know, the rest of the POCs don't seem to be on board with the unity with Black Americans. A lot of them seems to be actually very anti-Black just in general. So I'm not really sure how are we going to create solidarity with people who are anti-Black. It just seems very counterproductive. I mean, it would be nice. I'm not saying that unity isn't a great thing. Unity is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But I'm just saying it's not realistic and it's probably not going to happen. Not only that, but we don't have the same issues. Why do they keep trying to lump all of our issues into the same pot? Black Americans are a completely separate group from every other POC. All the other POCs are all immigrants. They all come from immigrant backgrounds. We do not. I think a lot of us are just tired of being asked to ignore the disrespect, ignore the racism, ignore the anti-Black rhetorics and feelings that other POCs have towards us. And then in the same breath, people trying to push us into being in solidarity and unity with the very same people who have expressed multiple times that they just do not like us.
I don't like her message. She giving me passive aggressive tease too. Cause girl, you talking in circles. Oh, I would love to have a Black and brown coalition, but it just doesn't make any sense because other people appeal. Why are you calling us other POCs? We ain't no fucking POC, bitch. The fuck? This another one. I seen her with the hands. Y'all got, man, catch up, Mustard. Y'all got to catch up. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is a distraction and a play. We've already had the meeting, Black America. Ain't no coalition. There's nothing else to discuss. There's no but if it was or maybe if. None of that. None of that. When you talk about Black Americans and this whole coalition shit, what we understand is it literally doesn't work because it's not a real thing. It's been a play. This whole working together unity thing has gotten us nothing and them everything. As long as we've been unifying, it's got us nothing and it's got them everything. Huge red flag. There is no coalition. There is no unifying. I'm not saying we got to beef, but fuck them. It is what it is. This what they say about us. You think when they not behind closed doors, somebody bring up a Black American, they don't damn near cuss somebody out or pop them upside the back of the head? Fuck them. Ain't nobody worried about them, and anybody coming to me to have a conversation about them, I'm thinking you over here trying to set me up. You trying to distract me because we done already discussed it. Ain't no discussion. What we going viral for? Ain't no Black and brown coalition. It ain't never been on their side. Not, oh, it would be nice if it was. It has never been on their side. The whole Black and brown coalition, the whole people of color, all of these things are trick bags to steal your inheritance, Black America. That's what it was created by these NAACP and these boule babies. The whole point was to steal everything that belongs to you by way of unification, by way of coalitions, by way of love. You niggas ain't caught on yet. It is. I'm just being real. That's what this whole thing is all about. Welcome to the party. You're late. That's what this whole thing is all about. These people playing in y'all face, bruh. And I told you, they have to get some of us, to be the buffer system. That talented 10%. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. And they ain't just college grads, and they ain't just D9 people. It's all these Freemasons. It's a whole bunch of these Moors. It's a whole bunch of all these people coming from these institutes, these systems. Red flag, huge red flag. We in the age of Aquarius, the age of I know. It don't come with a system. Not these systems that we got, at least. The age of I know don't come tagging along with a system, because the systems we've been under has been messing us up. That's why we're here trying to figure it out now. From all of the systems that we had, we shouldn't be unifying with no system. If anything, we should be creating new systems of our own. But unifying with the old ones, that's insane. Who's trying to do that? They're not here as your friends. Not the brown people, and not the systems that promote the brown people. None of them are here because they want to be your friends. They're actually here for quite the opposite. They are here to steal from you, kill, and destroy you. You got to know that. And I don't mean literally when I say kill. Sometimes, yes, but not all the time. You got to understand why these systems are in place: to kill and destroy and steal from you. That's it. That's all. And they manage these places with people who look just like you. People you think are nice and cool and funny. Those are the people they use to keep you stupid. So yeah, I saw the brother talking about the Black and Brown coalition. I want my people to understand, ain't no coalition. It's genealogy. That's it. It's genealogy, and it's figuring out who you are here on this land. Okay, that's what it's all about. When y'all get to talking about Africa and slavery and boats and shit, y'all lose me. And I'm gonna tell you why you lose me, because that's when you implement that. Now you're implementing easier ways for all of these other things to come in and attack. All of these foreigners with the hard ER, all of these clears, all of these minorities, these people of color, all of these systems with the when you start hollering about slavery in the boat in Africa, you just open the floodgates for everybody to come on in. So y'all be losing me when you get to that. And let me just say this to Black America. You are owed reparations. They don't have enough money to pay you the reparations that they owe you. But if you only start and stop at slavery, you are doing yourself a huge, extremely huge disjustice. And let me just say this, because I understand this enemy better than most. What they're going to do is find a way to cut you a check. I promise you they will. And for you niggas that's running down there money hungry to cash your check, you got to know you will be signing over everything that your family have worked for. Watch. They're going to find a way to give y'all a couple of dollars. It ain't going to be much. Because even when Tariq Nasheed was talking about it, it only broke down to like $300,000 a pop. Nigga, that ain't nothing. $300,000 after everything they done took from us. We got to be smarter than this, Black America. There's a lot of political theater is real. And I believe that what we just saw right then and there was it. I'm not saying everybody on the panel was in on it, but what I'm telling you is what I'm noticing, and it's giving me political theater one-on-one, period, point blank. Now, I want to move on to, hold on. I don't trust that. I don't trust nothing about that. Let me read a couple of super chats. I don't trust that, y'all. I just don't. There's nothing about that makes me trust it. I just, something about that just make me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. Let me fix this damn camera. But on the real, can somebody really tell me when did Phil switch over? Because I don't remember Phil being solid, so Black American. I don't remember that. And I follow him for a long time. Phil Scott has been so all-inclusive. He's been heavy on Pan-African stuff, and he's been very heavy on Black and Brown coalition. Facts. And I don't need nobody to verify that, because I seen it and saw it with my own two eyes. I know what I saw. I was there when I saw it. Okay. So I really want to know, when did he flip? When did the narrative switch? Because I also noticed too, once the people started realizing that the Pan-African shit was going down in the algorithm, I saw a lot of people switching as well. Mm-hmm. Colette Tufo, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, got my babe coffee cup. Much love. Thank you so much. Y'all hit that link. Did I pin the link to the chat? Yeah, y'all, if y'all want to support the doll, hit that link, voodoodolltvshop.com. If y'all want to support the doll and get a little merch, I got some of my ancestors don't play about me merch and some babe merch, Black Americans versus everybody. Make sure y'all pull up and support the doll if y'all want to. Thank you so much, Colette Tufo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vivi Hustle, thank you for the super chat. Says her album trash. She sees everybody dogging her last one. Oh, you talking about Latto? I ain't never listened to no albums from that girl, but it sounds about right. Thank you, Vivi. Artistic Spirit 779, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey boo, wanted to know, what do you think is on here otherwise side of the ice walls, or on the other side of the ice walls? Do you think it's uncharted tribal civilizations like I do, or that it's worldly beings, or nothing at all? Oh, it's definitely something over there probably. I don't know. Honestly, I never thought about it. I do know that it's not nothing for a fact. I don't think that there's not nothing. I think that we're surrounded by a lot of things that we don't know. And if people have followed prophecy here lately, y'all gonna start seeing some real superficial shit, some real shit that's gonna be like, what in the hell? Yes, life is about to start switching, right? And we're about to start seeing some supernatural beings. We about to start seeing aliens and all the things that people told you were conspiracy theories. We about to start seeing them. And honestly, Artistic Spirit, I think that a lot of the beings that we're going to start seeing comes from on the other side of the ice wall and beyond the firmament. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to start seeing that too. Thank you so much for the super chat, Artistic Spirit. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Now I want to get into this DNA test situation, because remember, I tell y'all all the time to do your genealogy, right? And when I tell people when I talk to Black Americans, I tell them do their genealogy. And the reason why I tell them to do their genealogy, because I understand that identity is the first key to freedom. Boy, before we get into that, yeah, do we want to? No, before we get into that, we'll get into that. Let's do the DNA last. let's get into Black Alpha. Shout out to Black Alpha Network on YouTube. The brother spits all the time on YouTube. He be first and foremost and front and center. I'm sorry for switching up at the last minute. We're gonna do this story though. Shout out to Black Alpha Network. He be on YouTube. He has been preaching about what we need to be doing. He's heavy in the political sphere. I'm not a political girl, but he is one of those people who be heavy, and he does boots to the ground. Not only that, he has a really good channel over there on YouTube. I haven't caught him in a while, but I do watch him from time to time. Black Alpha Network, he seems like he's one of the people that is for the people, okay? He actually went down to, I don't know where this was, if this was a rally or not, but wherever this was, Black Alpha Network went down and he ran into, who is this clear person? It says he ran into a Democrat, Governor Andy Beshear, and he asked him about reparations. Now, we're going to get into it. Let's get into what he says, though. He says, pull up, summer continues. Democrats can't keep running from the reparations demand. BAN, bitch-ass nigga checks. Kentucky, or no, Black Alpha Network. Oh, did I say bitch ass nigga? I didn't mean that, Black Alpha. I saw BAN in my bad. Black Alpha Network. That's your initials. My bad. Black Alpha Network checks Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, and he sends his suspected tether to run interference. Now, let me say this, because we about to get into some real heavy shit. Listen, remember I told y'all the talented 10th. That's the people who look like you. I need y'all to understand who these people are. The talented 10th are your Boule, your Masons. They are your Divine Nine. They are top Negroes, right? These people are put in place. They are successful because their job is to keep you stupid. I need y'all to understand this, okay? Their job, these black people who y'all look up to and think are your faves, these politicians, these pastors, these D9, not all of the D9, but for some selected few. But these are your talented 10% of people whose job is to keep you stupid. Their job is to secure the master and keep you dumb. So now when Black Alpha Network is confronting this clear man about reparations, watch how fast the nigga swoop in. You gonna see it in real time. Check this out. And shout out to Black Alpha Network, y'all. Let's get into it.
Sir, what are your thoughts on reparations for Black Americans? Oh, I think that we need to make sure that there is opportunity for everyone in America, and there haven't been enough opportunities. Specific for Black Americans? Well, I think we need. I'm asking specifically. I think we need to look at early childhood and where we started.
Wait, let me back him up. Did y'all notice when Black Alpha Network asked him specifically about reparations for Black America, the first thing he did was say, we think for everybody. This is what they're trained to do. They're trained to never, ever, ever give you specifically anything. These are your politicians, y'all. And they never, ever, ever going to get on here and say that they're going to give you anything specifically. Because if they give you something specifically, then it takes away from them. Remember, the trick bag is for you to believe that you're going to unify so that they are the only ones who benefit. So that's why when you say, hey, what about just us? They always respond with, oh, people of color, or oh, everybody, or oh, that's why they do that. Because if they give you something specifically for you, then that means nothing for them, because everything that they have specifically belongs to you, Black America. I sure hope y'all caught that. Let me rewind it a little bit.
Specific for Black Americans? Well, I think we specifically. I'm asking specifically. I think we need to look at early childhood and where we started. I think we need to look at where different dollars go in terms of economic development. I think we need to. You had HR 40, and HR 40's been there for a long time and hasn't done that. Well, by that time that's stalled. But like, okay, like specifically for Black Americans in Kentucky, kind of like how these immigrants get specifically in Kentucky, what we were able to do, for instance, I get it. I'm trying to give you an example of what we've done. Well, I know a lot of examples. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, you don't report it. I'm not saying. Here, let me follow up. Let's stay in touch. Okay, what are you? Yeah, what's your name?
Now, before the nigga jump in, Black Alpha Network asked him a straight up question like, hey, What do you think about reparations specifically for Black Americans? He started off with the everybody and then, oh, see, we and us and the poverty and this, that. That is done by design, okay? Now, once he realized that he couldn't just talk around Black Alpha Network, because that's what he was going to try to do, give you some old moot examples that don't really mean nothing. Like, oh, well, I remember back in the 80s, we did drop this that helped people of color and did nothing for niggas. Or I remember back in 2005, we did do this that helped minorities, but did nothing for niggas. See, Black Alpha Network was cutting him off before he get to go down that rabbit hole. That's why he said, I know a lot of examples. I don't need them. What are you specifically going to do for Black Americans? And then when the cracker realized, holy shit, I can't get around with the politician answers, he decided to leave and insert the nigga. This is the play. This is the political theater that we still haven't caught up to yet. Remember, this cracker only exists because the niggas are allowing him to exist. The only reason they've been able to do what they've done to us because the 10% of them niggas that stood there and allowed it and even helped aid it and abetted. That's your NAACP, your civil rights people, all your voters' right people. All of those people were in on your demise. Every single one of those people were in on your demise, Black America. Know this. So now the cracker can't use the politics answer and watch the nigga come in. And not only do you watch when he come in, watch how he comes in like as if he's security and he's going to take over for the cracker. Look.
Development. I think we need to. You had HR 40, and HR 40's been there for a long time. It hasn't done it. Well, by that time, that's stalled. But like, okay, like specifically for Black Americans in Kentucky, you know, kind of like how immigrants get specifically in Kentucky, what we were able to do, for instance, I get it. I'm trying to give you an example of what we've done. Well, I know a lot of examples. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, you don't report it. I'm not saying. Here, let me follow up. Let's stay in touch. Okay, what's your name? Yeah. What's your name? It's on my card. Oh, no, tell me your name. I got Hereford. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he doesn't support reparations for foundational Black Americans, and y'all.
So he didn't even stay and say anything. He just ran the interference to get Black Alpha Network off the cracker. Look.
Here, let me follow up. Let's stay in touch. Okay, what's your name? Yeah. What's your name? It's on my card. Oh, no, tell me your name. I got Hereford. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
he said, let me follow up. Let me stay in touch. Gave him a card like a shut up, nigga. Here. Shit. Shut up. Leave this cracker alone. Y'all, I'ma be honest. Y'all know I don't do the politics. I don't. I leave that to y'all. Y'all can stress out about that shit. I ain't stressing out about a damn thing with these folks in their politics. But I see this shit as clear as I can see my hand in front of me right now. These people running a play on you, Black America. They running a heavy, heavy play. And the game is so loud, I don't understand how y'all can't see it. Soon as the cracker feel like he done got cornered, he walks away, then inserts the nigga who want to drop off a card. He's playing as security. See, because the cracker can't handle Black Alpha Network, and neither could this one here. However, they feel like that's more equivalent. This the nice dressed, well-dressed suit and tie nigga that y'all love and praise because he got 50 degrees. Y'all don't realize them degrees is in keeping your ass stupid. The play is so obvious, y'all. That's why I let them have their politics. They could have that shit. Y'all stress out about it. I refuse. I live and sleep good every night. Not worry about who's going to be the president or none of this shit. Because I see the play. I see it as clear as day. They have no answers for Black America. And the Democrats know that they're not getting back into office. The America that you know is over with. It's a wrap. The America of old does not exist anymore. When are y'all going to figure it out? I get it. What happened is we still think we under subjugation because we've been under for so long. But what I'm telling y'all is the gig is up. There is no more Democrats and Republicans and none of this shit. We are at the end of all of this. And then furthermore, I really wish my Black American people was stop and do genealogy and stop running behind them pennies that these crackers gonna throw at you. When you finally get reparations, they're gonna throw pennies at you, but you're gonna be so poor, you're gonna think you're rich. They're gonna break you down to nothing and then give you pennies under pennies. And because that's all you're gonna have, you're gonna be grateful. Stop chasing the bag. They owe you so much more than a check. And you can get it all through your genealogy. But running behind here saying, I want reparations because I'm a Black American, that don't go like that, my love. That it just literally don't go like that. I know we've been protesting, they've been putting it on TV for 100 years, but that literally does not go like that. You got to do your genealogy. Let me let Black Alpha finish.
He doesn't support reparations for foundational Black Americans, and y'all seen every single excuse that they gave. And y'all know exactly how it goes. Kentucky, and I ain't asked about Kentucky. I said for Black Americans in America specifically, like immigrants get, and then this is the type of things you get from these Democratic field conventions. Shout out to Foundational Black Americans. Grassroots, we're going to continue to press them. They got Clyburn up out of here, but we still right here certified all day. Let's go.
And to be completely honest, Black America, I wouldn't have shit to say to the Democrats. And let me tell you why. This is just me if I was strategic and I was in the political sphere with y'all, right? Y'all done already shut down the Democrats. What y'all over there talking to them for? This is a genuine question. Like, no shade. I'm not even being funny, but y'all done already dismantled them. What y'all over there asking them for? What y'all talking about? This is I'm not being mean. I'm not being funny. They already yesterday. What is y'all over there talking to them for? It's a wrap. Now that y'all got the Republicans' attention, shouldn't y'all be over there hounding and harassing them? They the ones in the White House. Shouldn't y'all got to go over there? Y'all hustling backwards talking to the Democrats. It's a wrap. Y'all need to be talking to them Republicans over there because they the ones that's holding the purse string right now. I'm just saying, it's just me using my logic and common sense. I'm not a big political girly. I'm not on none of that type of stuff. I'm just trying to see something. Y'all done already got rid of the Democrats. Y'all need to be down the Republicans' throat. But remember, I told y'all this was going to happen because we were so emotionally charged. We didn't have a plan on what happens after we leave the Democratic plantation. Because we done left and we still over there asking Master, knocking on Master door, asking him for our pay. He not about to pay us. He done got his free work out of us and free labor. You think he about to come after we done been freed and pay us? I need you. This is a genuine question. We done already been released from the Democratic plantation. It's 1865, Juneteenth all over again. We done finally woke up and realized we's free now. Why are y'all knocking back on Master's door asking him for back pay? But shout out to Black Alpha Network. I love the work that he's doing. I love the work that the people behind the grassroots is doing. I think that y'all got the right idea, just a little bit on the wrong path. But again, I'm not a political girly, so maybe y'all might tell me to mind my ugly ass business. And guess what? I am not a political girly. If y'all tell me to mind my ugly ass business, I will. You feel what I'm saying? But if I just had to comment on it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done already got rid of the Democrats. Fuck them. Y'all need to be going over here by these Republicans saying, all right, now y'all in here. We got rid of them, so what's up? Yeah, we done already packed them up, got them out the paint. Now, what's up with all of this? Because y'all should have had a list of all the shit the Democrats done did, saying, look, they did this. How you gonna make this right? And look, they did this. How you gonna fix that? And look, they did that too. What we about to do? That's what we should. I mean, let's move on. Let's move on. I don't do politics. That's for y'all. Let's move on. Now, I want to get into this DNA because Black America, I need y'all to let go of Africa. Africa don't love you because you ain't from that. That ain't your land. Sean Q said, Democrats still operate our cities. Change that. You actually have the power to change that. You have more power to change that than the president. But you know what happens? You know why Democrats run all of the black cities? Because they parade a nigga in front of y'all, or at least a Hispanic that y'all think is cool. I know in New Orleans, they parade a nigga to do a second line, or they get a Hispanic to dance to a rap juvenile song, and then boom. So I'm pretty sure in Atlanta it's the same way. You feel me? It don't take much. Get a nigga. Just all you need is a black face. That's all you need. And niggas is casting a ballot. Casting. They don't give a damn what kind of nigga. They don't give a damn if he's really even a nigga. All they see is brown skin, and then they go cast their ballots. So that's why all of your black cities are ran by Democrats, because the people inside the cities are drunk under the Kool-Aid. That's why. It's easy. And like I said, I'm not a political girly. I just see it. I pay attention. You know what I'm saying? All they do is parade a few young niggas, wide ends in front of y'all, and y'all get the casting ballots. That's it. That's all. And if it's a white person, it's a white person who listen to hip hop. And then y'all cast the ballots too. Or if it's a Hispanic, it's a Hispanic person that went to an HBCU, and then boom, y'all cast the ballot. Or if you know what I'm saying, or if it's an Asian, it's an Asian who they lie and say grew up in the hood, but they really own the store. You see what I'm saying? And then y'all go cast your ballots. And then y'all go on Facebook and put up I voted stickers around y'all profile picture. I see it happen every election cycle. I see it happen and that's why it don't matter if your president is a Democrat or Republican, because your governor and your doggone mayor is really running y'all through the mud. I'm telling. Stop me when I start lying. That's what somebody do. Somebody get on here and stop me when I start lying. I watched them do it with Tita in New Orleans. That bitch ain't been worth shit to New Orleans since we seen the bitch with her gap mouth ass. But because she's second line and because she was a nigga, she was able to take all of their money. Fannie Willis out here in Atlanta too. Oh, yeah. She took her nigga on vacation with all them poor people Social Security money. But because she is a nigga, we let it ride. Now let's move on. Then y'all put y'all little picture up. I voted sticker. It be all in the profile like this. And they be having I voted. And this be all. And they have I voted in the local election. Then some of y'all go hard. Some of y'all will get the sticker. Some of y'all get the sticker. Put the sticker on y'all like this, and y'all be in a profile like this. And then y'all might not get the I voted thing around the profile. Y'all will put the sticker on like this and be like, I did a thing today. Or I did my part. Oh, girl, listen, I've been watching this all my days since social media came about. And that's something I've always noticed off the cuff. They come on here, swear to God, they taking your voters' rights away. Y'all get the crying, oh, Lord, we got to get down there and vote. They parade a nigga in front of y'all or a Hispanic that like hip-hop music and spicy food. And then y'all go down there and cash y'all ballot. Then y'all get it. Or y'all will go live with your sticker on. Let's move on. I ain't making fun of nobody. Let's move on. All right, now we got to get into DNA. Let's get into DNA. Black America, what I was saying is you are the oldest human being on the face of this earth. They lied to you and told you that the African was, but that is a bald-faced lie. The African is not the oldest human being on the earth. The oldest human being, I don't give a damn what color you is the Black American, okay? You are the oldest human being on this earth. You literally created the earth. You literally went across the earth and gave the earth its civilization that it knows today. Y'all ever think about it like this? Black Americans, when y'all always talk about how if we take away everything we invented, the world will be in shambles. Let's put them in the chat because I want to show you how you literally created the entire world. Put Black inventions in the chat and we'll go from there. I know we created the AC, so without the air conditioner, what would the world have? We created the vehicle. Without the car, what would the world have? The stoplight, the toilets. These are average, everyday things that humans need today. The airplanes, yes, Nanny, the airplanes, the plumbing system, every GPS, internet, traffic light, everything that anywhere you go needs to survive, we created it. Everything that the world knows, we created it. The only reason why it seems so far-fetched is because we've been under witchcraft, heavy witchcraft for at least the last 30, 40 years during this internet, and we have completely forgotten who we are. Every single thing that the world has was made and created by a Black American. Why? Because not only are we made in the Most High's image, we are made in his likeness. That means whatever he can do, we can do. He gave us heavy instructions when we got to earth and said, hey, y'all, go be fruitful and multiply. And that's exactly what we did. We went all across the world creating civilizations. Those civilizations still live today. Even though the people look different, those are our civilizations. We made them. Everything that the world knows, listen, unless the people are tribes living off the grid, everything that the world has and knows comes from us. We created everything. We are the oldest humans because we are the first humans, and we are the humans, and we're really not humans. Let's really call a thing a thing. We're really gods. But a lot of y'all so drunk off of Christianity, you even saying that makes you feel crazy, right? But the fact of the matter is, we are really the gods of this earth. This is why so many foreign doctors come to America to practice medicine. Not because America has the best medical system, because they get to come in and practice on a god. Me and you. Why you think y'all pay attention to how they've been doing our elders? All kind of tests, all kind of fake ass surgeries, they stay practicing on us. They get to come to America and practice on a god. Now they know that we're gods. We just don't know we're gods. How Erykah Badu said, most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. They know exactly who we are. We just the ones who don't know. We just don't know. Now, the universe, we're in the age of Aquarius, and the universe has been doing and playing overtime. They've been going in overtime to repair itself, meaning to tell all the lies that were told, to right those wrongs and to make those lies be truth. And part of that truth is we are the first and the oldest people on earth. Now, before I learned about the DNA found in South Carolina, I learned about a lady called Henrietta Lacks. I remember learning about her in middle school, I want to say it was. If y'all don't know who Henrietta Lacks was, she was the Black American woman that they used to do stem cell research for cancer. That lady went in for some surgery on her leg or her foot or some shit like that. Whole time they were doing stem cell cancer research, all kinds of stuff. Stuff that they're not even telling us all the things that they were doing, right? Now, this lady's body had that much importance to where they didn't go get an African woman to do the study. They didn't even go get a Caribbean woman to do the study. They went and got a Black American woman. And that right there within itself told me, even as a little girl, there's something different between us and the rest of these people. Because if that was the case, why wouldn't they go to Africa? Since they're supposed to be the oldest, why wouldn't they go get an African woman and do it over there? Because, and this is I ain't about to put no disclaimers on this shit. It's because the Black American woman is the superior woman. We are the only women with the E gene. Not every melanated woman has that E gene. Not every melanated woman carries the E gene. That's why most Africans all look just alike. Unless they mix with another race, they all come out the same color. You Black American woman, you can have my ass could be black as this shirt, and my husband ass could be black as this shirt, and we can make an albino baby, we can make a light skinned baby, we can make a brown skinned baby, and we can make a black ass baby. We can make any color baby we want, because not any other Black woman, but I carry a mitochondrial E gene that only I have. And Black American women, you are the same. You are the only one who have this thing about you that no other woman on earth has. This is why your capabilities are beyond most people. This is why you can do more things. This is why you have no problem being the independent Black woman and you make it look good, because you, ma'am, are a representation of the Most High God. You are made in his image and his or her likeness. Does that make sense? So let's say God was a woman. If God can reproduce the whole earth, then guess what you can do, Black American woman? You can do the same thing, because you're not only made in his image like the rest of the melanated people, you're made in his image and in his likeness. That means everything that Mother and Father God can do, you can do it too. You just got to know that. I can't convince you. You got to know it. Okay? Why is this important? Like I said, I've always knew or felt like we were older than the African, because I'm like, they keep coming over here with us. Why they ain't over there with the African? Henrietta Lacks was the first person to make me know that we're old, or at least older than what they told us. Then we ran across the brother in South Carolina, which was a Black man. They found his DNA and found that his DNA were eons older than the Lucy and the whole... what it was, a monkey girl who had this immaculate conception that created a bunch of crackers. I don't know what the hell that was. But this man in South Carolina or North Carolina, don't give me the line, his DNA was eons older than those people. And that tells you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that we have to be the oldest people. Okay? Remember, the world knows exactly who we are. Everybody knows who we are. The only people who don't know who we are is us. We the only people that don't know who we are. Everybody around us, I told you, we like one big ass Truman Show. Everybody around us understands what's happening here. We the only ones haven't caught on. But I wanted to show y'all this video. They found some more DNA. Hold on. They found some DNA from a Black man. We're going to get on them too. They found the oldest DNA from a Black man in South Carolina. We're about to get into this. And I want to show y'all how asinine the first story is when you really pay attention to what it is they're trying to do. Now, remember, they taught us in school that a monkey named Lucy had got immaculate conception with something or somebody, and it created the first human. But one thing I've always noticed about those photos of those first humans, they always was a cracker. I know some of them, they made a little brown skin, but they all gave me cracker teeth. We could have never came from no goddamn monkey. Let's get into it. Let's get into this video. This person says the oldest human DNA is in South Carolina, not Africa.
So what they will tell you is that everybody came out of Africa. They'll tell you the oldest DNA is in Africa or in Germany, or it comes from these archaeacs, which were really just fucking monkeys. And we didn't come from monkeys, all right? But that's a topic for another day. What they didn't tell you about was Albert Perry. Albert Perry is a man from South Carolina who has the oldest recorded DNA. I mean, you can see it right here, haplogroup A00, the oldest male lineage ever identified, dating back more than 300,000 years. Guys, this is the oldest known DNA from South Carolina, a melanated man from South Carolina. That's because it all started from here, from Eagle Land, from Egypt, ancient Egypt. We know that the Old Testament took place in the Americas. It's almost like they lied to everybody. It all started from Rome. It all started from Babylon. It all started from Assyria, which is America. The oldest DNA, the oldest fossils, the oldest resources. This is the sacred land, the Americas. That's why it's under attack. Without me rambling too much, I hope this gives you a nice glimpse as to what the Americas really are. And I love you guys. Peace.
So shout out to the brother. He's absolutely right. First of all, you got to understand where you are. They told us Africa was a sacred land, yet and still everybody running over here. That should be the first red flag. Second of all, the brother Albert Perry. Now, remember, they just now releasing this information, I want to say within the last maybe 30, 40 years about the Albert Perry person. But let me just say this. This is stuff that they've already known, right? We the only ones who don't know it. I spoke about this a little bit earlier. I said the reason why all those doctors come over here to work on us is because we have these godlike genetics. And that's why they come over here to work on us. They give us their standard for health, but then they come over here to work on us. This is why they got you around there selling plasma and giving blood, because they understand who exactly we are. Okay? At the end of the day, when I tell y'all to get on here and do your genealogy, it is because I know that most Black Americans will be hard-pressed to find one African in their genealogy. And that is because that whole slave story, the whole transatlantic slave, back and forth from here to that, is lies. It's all lies. It's not real. It does not exist, nor had it ever existed. The only group of people that came here off a boat is them crackers, okay? And we've already seen the photos coming out of Ellis Island. But those are all lies. The whole point of genealogy is for you to find out who you are prior to the lies and even during the lies. And that way you could debunk these lies and you could do better. But you, Black America, like I said, are the oldest person, okay? Nobody is older than you. You are the Alpha and the Omega on this land. I'm not saying you God, because I know a lot of y'all been indoctrinated to believe I can't even call myself a God. That's you, not me. What I'm telling you is you are the Alpha and the Omega on this land. That means you are the beginning and the end. Okay, this is why they put trillions of dollars into keeping you indoctrinated and stupid, because God forbid you wake up and figure that out. It's lights out for everybody. They can't have that. That's the last thing they can have. They done already played us and put the Siberians in place of us and told us that they were the quote unquote Native American when they are not. Okay, and you got clear people coming out here and expressing that and exposing that. But that was the part of the magic trick to make you, but it's a destiny swap to make you believe you're them and they are you. Let's get into this video of this man right here talking about the Siberians. Y'all get the likes up. Because remember, these are the people they want you to believe are indigenous to the land. And they're not indigenous to nobody. They're Cabbage Patch Kids.
So if the Native American did not want to enter into the reservations, then they were relabeled the N-word.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there are many kings. Powhatan was a king of Tamari. There are many labels. If you go back to Europe, you'll see the kings before the re-information or the rewriting of history, which was done by J.P. Morgan in 1906. That's the date I have. So there was
the Titanic himself.
Yeah, there was a photographer called Edward S. Curtis who started hiring Siberians to dress them up in different costumes to create this plain Indians kind of aesthetic. So you end up with indigenous Indians looking nothing like the actual, Native Americans.
Do you know if there are any images out there of the true Native or the original, what we would call Native Americans?
Yeah, yes. I found quite a few. Yeah.
And these are all pictures of the true indigenous people who are our ancestors, okay? But again, if all we know is that we come off a boat from Africa, then all we're going to think is that, and these cosplayers are going to continue to take the place of us when they should not be there. This is why I encourage every single person to do genealogy. I'm not going back and forth with nobody who don't have it, because right now, to me, if you don't have your genealogy, you really don't understand. When you do your genealogy, you're going to understand this thing from a whole different perspective. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. This is one big magic trick. One big, huge ass magic trick. And it is imperative for Black America to wake up and understand what's going on. There's a lot of staging. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of BS going on to keep you from doing everything except finding out who you are. Remember, the moment you find out who you are, it's lights out for everybody else. So they have a very important, or at least they put forth a very concerted effort to make sure you never wake up. Because remember, your awakening means their sleep. Your up is their down. That's the whole point. And to the Black people, the traders, the Boule, the D9, the Masons, the Boule babies, all of those people in between us and the cracker. And remember, I already told you the white man is not our ultimate enemy. Yes, he is an enemy, but he ain't the ultimate enemy. He ain't old enough. Anybody who know me know I've been saying that. But in this sphere where we can reach out and touch, right now our direct enemy, or has been for a while, has been the white man, right? There's a group of Black people put in place, just like the security guard who popped up on Black Alpha, or the guy who popped up on Black Alpha so he wouldn't keep going at that white boy. That is that is a very good representation of how this system is ran. It is ran for you to remain stupid and distracted while they keep running the plays. Stop letting them run the plays. Ask yourself questions. This is another thing too. If y'all not questioning things in your head, then you're just basically an NPC. I'm not saying you got to question everything, but if you don't run across things or information or anything and nothing pop up in your head, then you are part of the NPC crowd, and I understand why you can't see it. But however, even if you are an NPC, you too can wake up. It's just a matter of what you want to do. Black America, we got to be smarter than we've been in the past. We can't keep going around protesting. We can't keep begging for shit. Now it's time to get it and do it and get it done. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Shout out. I think that's a wrap for this morning because we got to come back and do the Joce and do Rocket Joce. I might go a little earlier because I got some stuff I want to do later on. But shout out to everybody in the building. I think I read this one. Y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I'll probably come on about 5 o'clock. Yeah, because I got to get up out of here. I got to do about 5:30 maybe and do the Malone Madness Mondays. Make sure y'all pull up at the dollhouse for that. And shout out to everybody. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do this Monday through Friday. This is the Morning Joce. If I'm not out of town, we do this Monday through Friday. So make sure y'all pull up. Remember, 250 years, America that you know or that you knew of is over. You have an opportunity, Black America, to take your rightful places at the throne. Each and every one of you. I need y'all to understand me, understand me, like Umar be saying. You have right now, you have an opportunity to take your rightful place at the throne. The only way you can do it is if you go within and also do your genealogy, okay? You have to go within. You got to get down, pray, meditate, ground, whatever you got to do, and you got to get into that genealogy. All this other stuff, I'm not protesting shit. I'm not getting out there. Hell no, we won't go a motherfucking thing. I'm not making no posters. I'm not raising my voice unless it's to preach. Other than that, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's other ways that we can get it done, and we will get it done. It's just a matter of waking it up first. How the old brother said in the 70s, the revolution will not be televised because it's going to happen right here. Y'all make sure y'all take care of yourselves. If I've ever helped you with anything, you ain't got to pay me back. Just pay it forward. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. Make sure y'all meet me at the dollhouse for Malone Madness Mondays. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your wow, 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 wow.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.